Oh, hi everyone. How are you doing? So, I have a problem here. I have 4 rings. All 4 of them are very nice. Now, Pawn tells me this is an upgrade for me, which is kind of why I got it. I've also got an old Violet Signet of the Master Assassin here. Now, here's the thing. How would I actually know if this is an upgrade for me? Well, one way is to look at various guides and whatnot. Another way is to sim it. So I can leave a link to this in the description. This is for Fury Warriors, but there's nearly every class in the Burning Crusade. So all I've literally done is I've typed in TBC Fury Sim, and I've gone for the first result, which was this. And I can't say how accurate this is really, but it seems pretty accurate to me. Now what's really interesting is you can put in all your different items and things and you can actually see how effective they are at DPS. But bear in mind, even if the DPS is good, you've also got to take into account stuff like your, I don't know, any kind of defense ratings or anything else that might be important like stamina. So I'm looking at this Band of Eternal Champion here, and I'm wondering if I should switch it over to the Vindicator's Band of Triumph. So I'm going to go back to the sim, and let's press V on the keyboard to get Vindicator's Band of Triumph. And currently with the old ring we can see I had 1,434 damage. I click sim. You can actually see, okay, with this ring change it has gone down. So that's interesting. It actually kind of tells me that I'm doing less damage with the other ring. But there might be other things to consider. So here we have another example. I know that the Dragon Spine trophy is pretty much this for me, so I know that's a very, very strong trinket. But I want to know what is better, the Bloodlust brooch or the Ashtung Talisman of Valor, and I don't really know. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to of course sim it. So let's have a little look. Ashtung Valor of whatever it was called. So now we can run the simulator and we can see 1399. As we can see, that is actually a nice little upgrade in damage. So perhaps I should switch over to this trinket. Actually, I've looked again and no, I'm actually better off with the Bloodlust brooch, which is what I already have equipped. I mean, you might want to use this Ashtung trinket to basically go grind some mobs or something and get a bit more healing. But actually no, the Bloodlust brooch is superior. I messed that up, sorry guys. So, the Illidari Council in Black Temple drop a very nice trinket, Madness of the Betrayer. And as you can see, it's beautiful. Let's see how much of a damage upgrade that actually gives me. So I've swapped over Madness of the Betrayer. And we can run the simulation. Ah, so you see, it kind of improves my damage by about 10. So that's something I really, really want, obviously. But anyway, you can kind of look through and see exactly what benefits you the most. There's, I don't know, something else to consider, and that is not everyone uses the same play style, right? So that is something that you need to sort of take into account. And there's sort of other information. I mean, I think here we are simulating attacking a boss, for example. So one of the cool things you can do is if you go to target and miscellaneous, you can go down to let me have a look, multi-target mode enabled. So now you could say I'm going to be attacking 4 targets, for example. Extra target armor 7,000, extra target level 70, extra target die at percentage of fight at the end of a fight. So let's see how much damage I do actually against 4 opponents. You can see my damage has increased significantly with 4 targets, which is kind of expected. But it's not actually increased as much as you might think. But you can go through different scenarios and kind of base all the information on that. Another thing I want to have a little look at. So at the moment, I have mongoose on both my weapons, and let's just run the simulation just to get a baseline comparison. So 1442. Let's see, what if we switch mongoose to executioner on the main hand? Now executioner, if you don't know, basically gives you a chance to ignore 840 of the enemy's armor. So that's potentially really good. But that being said, mongoose is also very, very good. Anyway, let's just have a little look. 1442. 1446. So that's interesting. The DPS has gone up slightly. We can run the simulator again. 1446. So we can see that actually executioner seems to give a very small advantage to our damage. The thing is, executioner doesn't stack, but when you have it on your offhand, it basically renews it. So let's just swap these over. So we'll go executioner on the offhand and mongoose on the main hand, see if that's any better. 1446, so it's about the same. That's really interesting to know. Anyway, but it might be worth getting executioner instead of mongoose on one of your weapons. Let's try it with both. Curious now. See, if you have it on both weapons, that is a reduction in damage. So it seems to me the best thing to do is have one mongoose and one executioner, which is what I actually thought. So that's kind of really cool. Now the last thing I want to sim is, at the moment I have my dragonstrike, which is a nice weapon, a very nice weapon, and I also have rising tide. Now you probably know the good thing about mongoose is chance on hit increase your haste rating by 212 for 10 seconds. So when that procs, it's really good. What would happen if we had two of the same weapons? Which we can actually have now after the update. Wait. Oh, here we go. Dragonstrike and Dragonstrike. Let's see, will the damage go up or down? I think it's going to go down, unfortunately. 1446 down to 1434. See, according to this sim, it is actually bad to go for double Dragonstrike. So I'm going to go back to Rising Tide. Very nice. Now, you might think it'll take ages to put all this information in. It takes about a few minutes. But what you can do, you can say, click Save Current Config. And that'll create a text document which you can just re-import and then get all your items back. And the other thing I would say is, before you spend any badges of justice, which are these things, you should really do a sim just to see if the item is actually going to be beneficial. I should also say, based on this data, I actually switched from a hit trinket back to my Bloodlust brooch, and I actually changed my offhand, this thrown item, because the critical strike was significantly more powerful than the attack damage at the time, and I've got a nice bit of hit rating on this as well. So yeah, this can really help you optimize all your gear. Sorry if a lot of this was self-explanatory, guys, but I just thought it was kind of cool just as an area to cover, and I've just got my graphics card, so I'm really excited, guys. Have a good day. The next time you see a video, it's quite likely it will be coming from my computer running through my a GTX 10, a GTX 3060, I think. Alright, see you later, guys. I might do an unboxing video. We'll see. Bye.